So we have you on today to certainly talk about something special to your heart, your Marner Assist Foundation, the 5th annual All-Star Invitational is kicking off tonight. What can you tell me about this 2-day event that you are so proud to be a part of and to have started?
Yeah, well, I mean, first off, just, it's still funny when you hear 5 years. When we first started this thing, you don't know how long it's going to be. You don't know how long you're going to be able to do them for. And you kind of just hope that the first one goes really well, and luckily enough, it did. And then through COVID, you don't know what's going to happen either. And we're lucky enough still we're able to kind of pull some stuff out. But super stoked for tonight. Tonight's more of a, I would say, relaxing night. It's kind of made for the grown-ups of coming in here. You got a lot of cocktails, a lot of food, a lot of fun kind of activities you can do around here. All the athletes kind of walk around so you can go talk to them, photos, autographs, some really great silent auctions, some really great live auction stuff, all going towards, children's charities that we can, help out with. And tomorrow is more of the skills event, and that's going on the ice. All the pros are going to be your coaches for the day, and everyone's got a different ice pad to kind of work on, take you through the skills, try to help you be the best you can be, and the team with the best score at the end of it all gets to come around with us before our scrimmage and skate with us for a hot couple laughs, pass the puck with us, do some shots, big group photo, and then we kind of play our own little game at the end of it all just for fun in front of all the fans and people, just to enjoy it.
That's awesome. I know one of the people attending is Laura Stacy, who's a close friend of mine, and I was at her charity tournament a couple weeks ago, and I actually scored a hat trick in the Pro v Pro game. So if you're looking for a ringer, someone drops out last minute,
huge.
I am available.
You had to mention that.
We can definitely get your info out. I know I could be up there in a jiffy. So you tell Laura that she could have me up there. But I know you focus a lot on children with this program and youth and grassroots. Like, I know, obviously, as a hockey player, getting involved in sports at a young age is like the most basic understanding of teamwork and dedication and setting goals. But why so much focus for you when you set these boundaries and you set these goals for youth in your program?
Well, I mean, the first thing is this sport that we play is obviously not a cheap one. I mean, it costs a lot of money. Everything you buy, regardless of your position, it costs a lot of money. So for us, it's trying to just make sure that, with Canadian Tire and Jumpstart and all that kind of stuff, we can get gear out to people in need that, have the love of the game of watching it and wanting to play it. But with just the expenses, it's hard sometimes. So that's the first thing, is just trying to give children a chance to play this game that they love. Even if nothing ever comes of it, they have the dream of playing it, have a lot of fun with it. They learn a lot of great skills and I think life lessons through it all. And, I mean, for me, it's just, seeing the smiles on kids' faces, adults' faces when you see them on the ice tomorrow. I mean, I think something I've talked about a lot is tomorrow is all kind of ages. You got a group that comes at 6 years old, and then the next group that come can be 40-year-olds that, came the cocktail night before and might have had maybe a little too much fun, that, they're kind of struggling through a little bit of the skills but having a great time and smiling as well. So, I mean, that's my favorite part, is just seeing the different age groups that we have at this event. But all at the same time smiling the same and, acting as kids. So that's something I really take pride in and enjoy, and I think that's something that we really want this event to be like.
We're speaking with Mitch Marner of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So you have this tonight and tomorrow, but then you have an upcoming event, Sink the Stigma. Now, that's in September for mental health awareness, and I think that's obviously a huge conversation in our world now, and increasingly so. And where does the passion come for you to start that new endeavor as well?
Yeah, well, I mean, that really kind of started out through COVID, but even kind of before then. Obviously, with the sport we play, there's a lot of high-end pressure on us, especially being in this market. There's a lot of pressure on us players to perform and be the best we can be. And, it is really hard sometimes to be that best player when your mind's in different places and running in different areas. So for me, it's just, trying to let yourself, be able to speak to one another and, just express yourself and express what's going on through your mind. And that's something I think that's really important. But at the same time, you just don't know what anyone's ever going through in their minds. And I think it's something no one should be afraid of. It's something that's powerful when you speak about, what's kind of going on there and how you can fix it. And that's something that we're trying to really just get out, is you're never not weak. You're strong. You got a lot of people around you that love you, want you to be around for a very long time. And we got a lot of things that can help you out and, try to help you achieve what you want.
Cocktail hour, I think, is approaching quickly here, Mitch, but I think there's still time for people to get involved. So let the listeners know how they can get involved in the 5th annual edition of your event tonight and this week.
Yeah, well, you can follow us along on Instagram and Twitter at Marner Marner Foundation, Assist Foundation. And then you can also go on the website, marnerassistfoundation.com. Or maybe it's .ca, sorry, because we're Canadian. I always get confused. It's .ca. Donations are going to be going all year round. They don't just go for this weekend and the Sigma Sigma weekend. It's all 365 days a year. You can always go on there and check up and just see kind of what's going on and constantly make through donations through that. But, the Marner All-Star Invitational, you can follow along on Instagram at the Marner Assist Foundation.
Awesome. We'll make sure we share that as well. But while we have you, can ask you one or two questions just about this season. And we got to chat at the NHL Awards on the red carpet. You guys both looked great. But being nominated for a Selke there, I know you take a lot of pride in developing that part of your game. How much of an honor was it to be involved in that conversation and looking forward an area of pride for you moving forward?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, it's something I very much take pride in. Something I try to talk about is trying to play the full 200-foot game, and it was very cool to hear that. Kind of just all with my teammates when I first did hear I was going to get nominated for it and be in the finalist kind of talks. And obviously, it's always hard to win that event when I almost should be just named after him when Bergeron's in it. With how he plays the game, how he's always in the right spots. He's a very annoying player to play against, but he's an awesome dude away from the game and awesome off the ice. But it's always cool to have your name with a legend like that. That's won it that many times and, really shows how to play the game.
Plenty of time to win that one, Mitch. Of course, every summer is a little interesting, changes to the team, guys on the way out, but guys coming in. Of course, you're familiar with one guy coming in Max Domi. What's your excitement level bringing Max in to the Toronto Maple Leafs and keeping that Domi tradition alive?
Yeah, it's very exciting. I mean, I'm very excited about all the guys we brought in. I thought all of them can really add a lot to our team. I think especially the forward group that we brought in have a lot of little grittiness to them and, play a little bit of that annoying game. And it's going to be good to have, obviously, Revo around that isn't afraid to try to punch people in the face at all times and be ready for it. So,
yeah.
I'm very excited to have Max. Obviously, he's a great player. He's shown it the last couple of years. Really, what he's done is just excelled, and he's really performed well in playoffs as well. So I'm excited to have all those guys. Excited to have Max back with us, and it should be a lot of fun. It should be, I think we have a lot of guys that fit in a lot of different places on our roster and can move up and down like that. That just excites me a lot.
Yeah, Brad Treliving says that bringing a lot of snot to the team this year. Is that going to be the team word, snot season? You get that on the T-shirt of the back, just snot.
On the walls of the locker room.
There you go.
That is not a very pretty name, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, I think that's when we talked, that is what he was saying that he wants to go for. So not the prettiest of words, but, it's definitely going to probably show on our ice. We're excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and, we're all excited to get the season going.
One last one for you, Mitch. Personally, this offseason, what are you working on? What are your goals in order to get better and prepare yourself for hopefully another trip down the lane into the playoffs and further on this year?
I think just like always, just try to work on everything. You can always get better at every aspect of your game on the ice, whether that's passing, shooting, working on your stick, where it's going to be placed, and receiving pucks, get them off your stick quickly, and then in the gym, just try to always just get more explosiveness, quicker, faster. I think at this point, I'm happy with where my weight is. Really, can always kind of obviously add 5 or so, but I like where I'm at right now. It's just about making sure I'm just trying to be explosive as I can and just keep my body in the right shape for the start of training camp and to make sure it's ready to go for a whole year and hopefully a long run.
Well, best of luck with this event the next 2 days and the rest of the off season. We're looking forward to following along and cheering you guys on. Appreciate you taking the time today. And also early congratulations on the wedding, and best of luck with that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Of course.